Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me.
The casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Yeah. And if Gervonta Davis doesn't fuck up Jake Paul, they're gonna think Jake Paul is some pound-for-pound champion type of fighter.
Jake too big for Tank, you know? In reality, he's way too big for Tank.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis just exploded after hearing Floyd Mayweather predict an early knockout win for Jake Paul. The tension between Tank and his former mentor has been building for years, but this time, Floyd's words seem to have lit the fuse. Sources say Davis felt utterly disrespected by Floyd's public praise for Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer still fighting for legitimacy in the ring. What began as a simple prediction quickly turned into an all-out feud, with Davis firing back online, accusing Floyd of betraying the sport and chasing fame instead of legacy.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck him. If everybody in the crew win, I mean, win.
Question for you. Proud father.
From the moment this fight was announced, talk of the massive size difference took over every conversation. Seasoned champion Terrence Crawford didn't hold back, saying straight up that Jake is just too big for Tank. He explained that while Davis is insanely skilled, hits like a truck, and moves with explosive power, Jake's size shifts the entire balance of the fight. Crawford even issued a chilling warning. If Jake connects with just one clean shot, it could all be over for Tank.
To get your take on the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't have no reaction, you know? I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder, you know? If it's scripted, then it's going to be good for the fans to watch.
What do you mean by scripted? Like rigged?
Yeah, like scripted.
But none of those guys want a fucking L, right?
I think it's not a real fight. I think it's because it can't be a real fight because they ain't in the same weight. So it'd be more like an exhibition.
I think it is an exhibition, but do you think they're like, but not one person saying like, yo, I'm going to fucking throw the match. You think?
I don't think.
Or you never know?
Yeah, I think they're going to go in there and spar. I don't think it's going to be you trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill you. You know, I think it's let's go in here and make this money.
Former MMA champion Daniel Cormier shared the same concern, looking at it through a fighter's lens. On his channel, Cormier kept questioning whether this matchup between Davis and Paul is even fair, pointing straight to the massive weight gap. He said, "The problem is that Jake is much bigger. It's hard to look at this fight and think it's fair." To him, boxing's long-standing rule that fighters stay within their weight class to keep things balanced has been completely ignored here. And that means even if the better boxer shows up, he could still lose simply because the physical gap is just too much to overcome.
Boxing gets ridiculous. Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. Yesterday they had their first press conference. One of the most recognizable things is Jake Paul is huge compared to Gervonta Davis. And two, Gervonta Davis don't even know what weight they fighting, D.
Maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know.
Adding to the sense that this fight is completely uneven, Cormier and others kept highlighting the massive weight gap. One report pointed out that Davis last fought at around 136 pounds, while Paul has recently been stepping into the ring close to 200. Cormier admitted that Jake Paul has managed to carve out his own lane in boxing, but he questioned how anyone could take the sport's sanctioning bodies seriously when they approve a fight like this. That perspective only strengthens the argument that Jake's size advantage isn't just helpful, it's almost overpowering.
So Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Davis. I'm serious. It's real. 199 in Paul's last fight, 133.8 for Davis in his last fight. I discussed that and so much more at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. The link will be in my bio. But hey, I thought he was going to fight Anthony Joshua. How do you end up from Anthony Joshua to Tank Davis? I discussed.
Gervonta Davis recently responded to all the backlash by pointing out a pattern he's seen time and time again. When someone stays in the spotlight too long, people start craving a new face. That's exactly what happened with Floyd Mayweather. Fans admired him. Then they saw him too often, and eventually the cheers turned into hate. Davis explained that he's now living through that same cycle himself, watching the public's energy shift from love and admiration to constant criticism.
A lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to...
Davis has shared in several interviews that his dream fight wouldn't be for revenge, but for legacy, a showdown with his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather. He said it's not about bad blood, it's about proving how far he's come since walking away from Mayweather Promotions. To him, facing Floyd would be the ultimate test of pride and legacy. That dream adds an emotional depth to his upcoming clash with Jake Paul, because many believe this fight is Tank's chance to finally break free from Floyd's shadow and claim the spotlight as his own. Just like Floyd once ruled boxing and carried the burden of public scrutiny, Tank now faces that same pressure, and in his mind, defeating Jake Paul could be the moment he creates his own Mayweather legacy.
What's your dream fight card?
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
A new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
Davis has boldly declared that his skills now surpass those of Floyd Mayweather, the very man who once guided his career. Tank believes that his blend of power, timing, and ring intelligence makes him a more complete fighter than Floyd was at the same stage. He's often pointed out that while Mayweather mastered the art of defense, he himself combines that precision with explosive offense, a balance Floyd rarely showed in his prime.
The skill, none of these guys can mess with me, like nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Floyd Mayweather, one of the most celebrated and successful boxers in history, took a young Gervonta Davis under his wing when he was just a teenager. Mayweather saw raw potential in him and set out to shape Davis into a world champion. In the beginning, their bond was built on mutual respect and admiration. Floyd constantly praised Davis's talent, and in return, Davis often spoke with deep gratitude for Mayweather's mentorship and unwavering support.
Floyd, let me ask you something about the business of all this. I asked you why you wanted to promote Tank when you first saw him, Gervonta Davis. Why do you think he's been able to connect with a crowd? Because he draws real crowds when he fights. That's hard to do in boxing. He gets announced at Ravens games, and he gets a big ovation, right? And now he's already fighting on pay-per-view. What is it about Tank that is connected commercially with an audience?
His aura, people like him. That Main Street, he got a boyish look. I mean, he's very marketable. As far as when you look at him, he's marketable, but when the bell rings, he's a killer, and that's what people want to see. That's no different from when I was fighting at super featherweight. When I was fighting at junior lightweight, the boyish look, but when I get in there, I wreck shop.
Their bond went far beyond any contract. It was built on mentorship and mutual respect. Davis often credited Floyd not only for teaching him world-class boxing techniques, but for instilling the confidence and discipline that turned him into a champion destined for lasting greatness.
Okay, I'm ready now. So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. He let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym have them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother. So he, like a father figure and stuff like that. He took me in, and he been treating me good since I knew him. He been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing. He showed me like the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
In 2024, Davis cemented his place as one of boxing's most electrifying stars. His defining moment came on June 15th when he stepped into the ring against Frank Martin at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. After a rough start, Davis turned the tide with a stunning 8th-round knockout. A brutal left uppercut, followed by a clean straight left that ended the fight on the spot. That win became his 28th knockout in just 30 bouts. A powerful reminder that Gervonta Davis isn't just a contender. He's one of the most dangerous forces in the lightweight division.
Fantastic fighter, okay? So, first and foremost, Tank is now 30-0 with 28 knockouts. It's like a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion, I believe. I would imagine Inoue is close to that, but pretty impressive anyway. He's 29 years old. He's a southpaw. He's 5'5"-ish, 5'5.5" maybe, height-wise, and he has a good reach of 67.5 inches. He's got an extensive amateur background with a great record.
However, as Davis's career began to take off, small cracks started to form in their once strong relationship. Tensions grew over both personal and professional differences. Davis felt that Mayweather was too controlling, holding him back from making his own choices about his career. Meanwhile, Mayweather believed Davis was failing to show the respect and loyalty he deserved after everything he had done to guide and support him.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time. So
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh,
he was going at me. He was going at me, and
Yeah.
I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's, I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This is
it on
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Shane Mosley also weighed in on the ongoing tension between Floyd and Tank during a recent interview. He compared their situation to his own relationship with his sons, saying that Floyd might have unintentionally held Davis back from fully stepping into his own spotlight. According to Mosley, by always staying right beside him, Floyd may have taken away Tank's chance to truly shine on his own.
How you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and you know, Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, you know, be the man on top, and Gervonta's trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of, it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about the Eagles. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine. So I need to be, I'm still gonna tell him everything he needs to know. I'll get in the ring with him, spar with him, do all kinds of stuff. But he has his own coach, he has his own manager, he has his own team, he has his own family, he has his own, you know, his own stuff.
The tension only deepened once it spilled into the public eye through statements and social media clashes. Davis began speaking out, accusing Mayweather of trying to keep the spotlight on himself instead of truly supporting him. He claimed Floyd's involvement was more about protecting his own legacy than helping Davis build his. Mayweather, never one to stay silent, fired back, calling out Davis's attitude and work ethic, insisting he needed to show more gratitude and respect. But things took an unexpected turn when fellow boxer Ryan Garcia stirred the pot, claiming the real reason behind their fallout was personal. According to Garcia, Davis allegedly had a relationship with Mayweather's daughter, Yaya. A revelation that, if true, could explain the deep resentment between them. It's a twist that pushes the feud beyond business, turning it into something far more emotional, and making the idea of them ever stepping into the ring together even more explosive.
Gervonta.
That's dirty.
I already knew about all that though. Once Gervonta Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not even like that's not something I'm exposing.
Oh wow, that's
After somebody did that to my daughter, it's a
Right,
fight.
I thought you and Shakur had the deal that you were gonna fight after the Haiti fight, and he said you were gonna lose.
Y'all not even gonna like try to respond to that, but you guys are some pussies.
Nah, that's crazy. That's a fight right there. It's facts. Back to you.
That's a fight, bro. That's a fight for sure.
Ryan, are you coming to the fight in July in Dallas with Mike Tyson?
yeah, he's coming.
Of course.
Okay.
You're out
That's
here.
good.
Gervonta Davis is gay.
Allegedly. Yo.
No, but that's okay if all right. Say Gervonta, right? Because I've heard stories of Gervonta. Some girl told me that she put her fingers in his. That's fine. Hey, wait.
What are you talking about? Allegedly.
Allegedly. At the end of the day, bro. Do I have messages to prove it? Yes. But will I do
I
it?
will say Gervonta is a very pretty name for a man. I'll say that. Back to you.
No, his new name is Abdul Wahid.
Garcia didn't hold back when talking about the upcoming fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. He called it a disgrace to boxing, pointing out that the massive difference in size and weight makes it feel more like a circus act than a real contest. Garcia argued that fans are being misled, sold the idea that Paul is taking on a true champion, when in reality, Davis is being pushed far beyond his natural weight class. He said bluntly that boxing is losing its essence, turning into a business that values spectacle and profit over fairness and true competition.
That's a fucking disgrace of a fight.
Yeah.
You know it. Just like the Mike Tyson, low-key was a disgrace, but we accepted it. But
Yeah.
he was 60 years old. I mean, the casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
And if Gervonta Davis doesn't Jake Paul, they're going to think Jake Paul is some pound-for-pound champion type of fighter.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis, he's actually really small. Like, when I fought him, like, he's small.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a very unfair fight.
Do you think Tank's right when he says his skills surpass Floyd's? Or is he overlooking what Jake Paul actually brings into the ring? Share your thoughts in the comments below.